That's why I support it.
Mr Deputy Speaker.
Member for Coomera.
Mr Deputy Speaker, I rise to make a contribution to the Appropriations Bill 2020-2021. As the Leader of the Opposition said, this budget is paying for today, not building for tomorrow, and more on that in a moment. Now, I know all of you present see me as a fine, good-looking, middle-aged Aussie bloke, passionately representing his community in this place. But I beg to differ. I was actually born in England. And like the member for Broadwater's granddad, my parents emigrated in 1960 with me as a 6-year-old. My older brother, my older sister and my younger sister. Mum and Dad have since passed, but we feel so fortunate that they made the decision to emigrate to Australia. We live in the best country on the planet with opportunities abounding. So it's appropriate to draw an analogy between what they reached for and what the people of the northern Gold Coast hope for. Sadly, what we see being delivered on the northern Gold Coast is nothing like what we need for the fastest growing region in Queensland, with 45,938 voters, over 26% over quota and an average age of 30. 27.5% of the electorate of Coomera are under 15 years of age, and indeed there's something like 42% of the Coomera electorate under 25 years of age. So it's a very young electorate, and it reminded me of my mum and my dad bringing us kids out here and what we aspired for, and my parents I know aspired for, and what they are hoping for as well. In this budget, they are not building now for tomorrow. On the northern Gold Coast in particular, just spending to pay the bills, and almost $28 billion as we've discussed. Road projects in particular. The Treasurer was in the paper again just yesterday, and his statement was along these lines. Treasurer Cameron Dick says there is no plans to fast-track major road transport projects across the Gold Coast to deal with the city's rapidly growing population. Mr Dick said the existing construction schedules were more than adequate to deal with the city's growth. Remember, he said existing construction schedules were more than adequate. Now, let's have a look at some of what is not being delivered anytime soon by this government for the northern Gold Coast, or indeed the Gold Coast. Let's start off with the Coomera Connector, the second M1, as it's popularly known, taking up to, when it's built, when it's constructed, 60,000 vehicles off the current M1. In 2021, we're going to spend a further $12,887,000 on a $1.53 billion project. $755 million was committed by both the state government and the federal government for stage 1. $735 million of that is beyond the forward estimates. $735 million of $1.53 billion goes beyond the forward estimates. So we are looking at taking 60,000 vehicles off the M1 sometime after 2024 and probably after 2028 at the rate that those opposite are taking us forward.